Meanwhile, a great decision from a judge in Minnesota. There have been a variety of decisions about transgender people's right to marry members of the opposite sex from their current gender.
In some states, you are considered the gender that you transition to and are certified as. In other states, you are only, for the rest of your life, no matter what you do, you are the gender that you were designated with at birth. I wouldn't even say the gender you were born with, because who the hell knows?
Which leads to some interesting anomalies where courts have actually legalized same-sex marriages by refusing to acknowledge opposite-sex marriages.
Right.
I don't know. It's confusing. But here's the case in Minnesota. A couple are married, Calvin and Christine Radke. Calvin works for UPS, and his wife, Christine, is a transgender female.
Man to woman.
Yes. Surgery, certified by the state, birth certificate changed, officially, legally, all purposes female.
And since Minnesota has a law against same-gender marriage, Christine is unable to marry a woman.
And is legally married to Calvin. So Calvin is a UPS driver, and Christine is on his health plan as his wife.
Which she is.
Yes, exactly. So the UPS health plan, a union health plan for drivers of UPS, finds out somewhere down the road in Christine's medical records that she is transgender. And they say, whoa, wait a minute. That means she was born a man, and we are not going to recognize her as Calvin's wife because clearly this marriage is illegal and not to be recognized because of the Defense of Marriage Act.
But didn't a lawyer tell them that's not the way it works? And it doesn't have anything to do with the federal definition of marriage?
I don't know what their lawyer told them.
Because there's no federal definition of gender.
Look, this is them getting their little minds out of order and saying, we don't like this, we're not recognizing it, we're not doing them. And by the way, you can repay us $80,000 in health care costs.
The judge didn't like that.
The judge didn't, not only did the judge not like that, but the judge in the case, because Calvin and Christine went to court, said, you are out of your friggin' minds. The state of Minnesota has recognized this woman as a woman. It is completely legal. You have no right to decide on your own definition of who is what. These people are legally married. Leave them alone. You are out of bounds.
So they back off?
Well, we'll see where they go with this.
Are they trying to appeal?
But it is shocking that a union health fund would try to do this, and fantastic that the Minnesota judge made this decision.
All right. We want to remind you again that there are a bunch of ballot initiatives on same-sex marriage this year, but the first one is coming up very soon, on May 8th in North Carolina. And this is the only southern state that doesn't constitutionally ban same-sex marriage at this point, even though they have a law against it. But in the latest poll, 6 out of 10 people in North Carolina oppose the amendment to the state constitution that prevents same-sex marriages. Now,